Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, as I thought, it's going to be a slow Saturday, and indeed it is. So it's quiet out there. Market is in anticipation mode. Obviously next week we should get some ETF news, and the the deadline runs out on the 10th for one of the proposed ETFs. So there should be some kind of a decision next week, as you probably know. Crypto Twitter completely going crazy. Lots of memes, lots of stuff around ETFs. I think the general sentiment is that one ETF at least will be approved, maybe more. We'll see. But if not, that could obviously lead to a lot of fluctuations. Now, how these could really look like, I described that in my previous video. So feel free to check out my previous video from today, in which I talked about some of the ETF scenarios. But for now, let's talk about the shorter time frame price action, and just let's take a look at the levels. Just want to keep you updated, but not much happened actually today. So the market is still moving in this triangle. The idea is still, and I really want to just focus on the shorter time frame here in this video. The one earlier today I made focused also on the larger time frame. Yeah, so the idea is at the moment that the market seems to be coming down in this C wave. The C wave, well, that's at least the primary scenario, and one interpretation here would be that this is a wave 1, this is a wave 2, this is a wave 3 with an A, B, C structure, because we're dealing with a diagonal, and then a 4 and a 5. That B wave gets quite large at the moment. Take a look at that in a minute. It's getting quite complex. But in an ending diagonal, yeah, we would like to see 1 or 2 more lows. In a different scenario, in the alternative, the low could already be in. But to believe that, the market needs to show me some structures. These can be seen in the white, with the white roadmap, basically. The white roadmap shows this more directly bullish structure. Don't get me wrong, they are both bullish. It's just that in one scenario, we can get still a deeper pullback. And if we do, I would expect 1 or 2 more lows in the yellow structure in an ending diagonal, possibly towards 39,580 or 38,580. And in the white structure, obviously the low is already in here. Maybe I should put that in white as well here with a question mark. Yep, the low could be in. But again, it would not be based on an impulse. This would have to be a diagonal pattern, and that's the roadmap. Wave 1 already done, wave 2 done, and then we have also A, B, C in wave 3, then a wave 4 and a wave 5. So just really in a holding pattern. Market not moving at all today, just trending sideways. So what we really need to see is a breakout, and the breakout points are unchanged because we are dealing with a B wave top here, okay? And so that B wave top, yeah, I mean the B wave could have topped in the yellow count. And if the B wave indeed has topped, well, then the C wave might have started, but it would again not be impulsive. So I cannot really believe it until I see a break below 42,490. That would indicate the C wave is unfolding as well as an ending diagonal. Very, very messy structure. I can already tell you that we have to brace ourselves for changes of the micro structure. That's typically something that you can predict when the market just moves only in corrective structures, because it's very simple. The market hasn't made up its mind yet. Okay, so all we can do is to highlight the potential here, and the probabilities are fairly balanced. Well, on the other hand, if the market breaks above this previous B wave high at 44,800 and follows through above the Tuesday high, which is at 45,900 pretty much, well, then it's likely the more direct pathway to the upside. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, and then a 3-wave corrective pullback, which would be, which we could use for a setup again. But first, let's see if it actually fills in the 5 waves to the upside. Until then, I focus on the yellow count. But if we see a break above the B wave high, we can start to carefully lean towards the white scenario. That scenario also gives us some markers, at least some levels to watch, because the third wave should reach the area between 45,440 and 46,537. Okay, could go higher, but that's sort of the ideal range for a third wave. then we should see a fourth wave pullback and a fifth wave that would then go 1 or 2 steps higher on the Fibonacci ladder than the third wave. So we have to remain patient, really not much going on. There's no point in labeling the microstructure here. I think what could be happening is that this B wave is actually extending. The problem is, as you can see, there are 2 B waves, one pointing to the upside, or one basically, yeah, in the bearish, one in the bullish count. And that could be a triangle pattern. Okay, what you don't know, because there are 2 potentials, is it going to go up or down? I can only highlight to you the breakout points and just note that the potential is there for both scenarios. But that's really only the noise on this time frame, right? So anybody who doesn't really care about the noise, just zoom in, not in but out. And the overall scenario obviously hasn't changed. The idea is that this is a wave 4 with a wave 5 to 50K plus in the making, and it can be expected as long as our $34,100 level down there is holding. That's the main support for this scenario. So overall uptrend, but there could be some short-term fluctuations due to the ETF approval or delay. You know, we'll see what is going to be decided. But Elliott Wave allows us to understand that also the market hasn't really fully made up its mind yet. And at least on the smaller time frame, we need to be careful. That's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.